What up, y'all? So I'm gonna go over another trade breakdown that I took today, which I initially was not gonna take. Um, but the setup I saw was pretty clean. It was at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which is usually after my trading session is my cutoff time. However, I did manage my risk, so I didn't risk as much as I normally would have risked. And I'm gonna go over that right now. So first, I'm gonna start on the 4-hour time frame, and go over last night where I was at, cause I did a trade breakdown. I uploaded a trade breakdown or a weekly analysis for what I marked up last night. So I'm not too much gonna go over that. If you wanna see that, you could go watch the video. Um, but all right. So last night when I did the Sunday weekly analysis, I marked up this 4-hour supply and this 4-hour fair value gap in the purple box that you see marked up right here, which obviously right now you can see price traded into it, but that's not the trade that I took. Okay? So on the 4-hour time frame, you see we have this. Well, hold on, I'm gonna drop down. So that's the 4-hour time frame. Now I'm gonna drop down to the 1-hour time frame. Okay. So I'm gonna take this off. Alright, so here I'm on the 1-hour time frame. The 1-hour time frame is usually where most of my confluences are. So first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put on my daily indicator, which basically separates each day at 12 o'clock midnight. Okay, so last night we had this previous day high marked up right here. This was last night. Previous day marked up last night. We had this liquidity marked up. We had this liquidity marked up, which created previous day's high. Okay. Also, I want you to note that we have previous day's low right here. Okay? Now, I'm going to take off this indicator and I'm going to put on the sessions indicator, which marks up Asian session Asian session range in this blue shaded area right here. London session in this green shaded area right here. Okay. So obviously, as you can see, during London session, price liquidated, came barely below previous day's low, which is also Asian session's low, took that liquidity, displaced higher, okay, displaced higher, now mind you, we were anticipating price coming up into this 4-hour fair value gap and or this 4-hour supply area. Now, after price took previous day's low and displaced higher, also taking out Asia session low, displacing higher towards Asian session high. Okay, so now I'm gonna break down to the 30-minute time frame. Okay, now what I'm gonna mark up now is the time in which my trading session starts, between 5 o'clock and initially 7:15, 7:30 in the morning Pacific Standard Time. But we only gonna mark up 5 o'clock or 5:30 a.m. Okay, so that's right here. Bam, where this yellow line is, that's the start of our trading session. Okay, so when we came to the charts this morning, obviously we saw price had taken out previous day's low and Asia session low, displaced higher, in which we will be anticipating, remember, it going to this 4-hour fair value gap. Okay, so our first initial target in between this 4-hour fair value gap and this London session low, which would also be today's low of the day, we're looking to go towards Asia sessions high. Okay, right here, Asian sessions high. There's liquidity up there. Okay, so first what I'm gonna mark up, hold up, my bad. Alright, what I'm gonna mark up is the demand that created the low of the day. The demand that created the low of the day, which would initially be this sell to buy, this red bearish candle that took out previous day's low, okay, before displacing higher with this bullish engulfing candle. Okay, so that's my demand. Okay, now mind you, this would have been my initial entry right here had I actually been at the charts, because the reason why I initially wasn't going to take any trades today was because I was not at the charts ready for my session. It's like being late to work. Okay, so That trade was not taken. All right. So when I came to the chart after, actually, yeah, when I came to the charts after I had took my kids to school, I saw, okay, we broke above these highs right here. All right. Now I'm gonna drop down to a 15-minute time frame, okay? Because this is where I took my entry at. All right. Okay, so bam, we're gonna go to 8 o'clock, because that's around the time I showed up to actually take the trade. 8 o'clock. All right. So you see, we broke these highs. Bam, we broke these highs, right? Okay, so check this out. Bam, our last demand was right here. Okay? This was our last demand right here. Okay? This sell to buy. Okay? But check this out. While price was right here at this high, ready to break this high, I noticed right here, bam, this what essentially would be a 5-minute liquidity grab, which I'm gonna actually drop down so you can see it a little better. So I'm gonna drop down to a 5-minute time frame. This is exactly why I was confident in taking this trade. Honestly, even after my trading cutoff time. Okay. All right. What happened? All right. This low right here. Y'all see where price comes right under this low. Okay. Bam. Right here. I'm going to erase this gray box actually so you can see it even better. Alright, so y'all see price came right below this low and this bullish engulfing candle right here, along with this bullish engulfing candle, leaving this gap right here. This is where I'm about to, oh my goodness, man, I can't make this up, y'all. I cannot make this up. Price leaving this gap right here tells me price is about to take off, okay? However, it's Monday. I wasn't actually convinced that there was going to be a lot of momentum to take price all the way up to this 4-hour fair value gap in which I was anticipating price to go, right? So check this out. Price created that fair value gap. My entry price created the fair value gap. The next candle, this candle right here, this green candle, at what time was that? 8:10. Traded back down, okay, to where I know I'm basically getting a discounted advantage on where price is. So bang, my entry was within the range of this bearish doji candle, with my low remember what I always say, no more than 20 pips or below the low of the fair value gap. Okay, so initially I kept my stop loss 20 pips at the low of this low right here, this low that created this displacement higher, which is at what, 19.3 pips. Okay, you can see that, right there. All right, so hold up, 19. Entry was 20 pips. Bam. Remember, my overall take profit is this 4-hour fair value gap. I'm taking partials at a what? 1.5 or a 1 to 2, depending on market structure. Okay. So price came up here, 20 pips, right here. Okay. So price was about right here, where this yellow line is. That's where price was. Okay, which is about 19 pips. Remember, I posted the YouTube short, so I took partials. I moved my stop loss below the low that created the fair value gap right here, which took my risk from 20 pips to about 10 pips. Okay, price started consolidating, dropped, came back up. Okay, and when price hit this yellow line again, I took all my profits, closed off positions, because I mean, it's Monday, it's just the first day of the week, so I wasn't necessarily tripping off leaving any money on the table. It's okay to leave money on the table. Price obviously came all the way up here. It's cool. I'm gonna come back to the charts and get another trade tomorrow or the next day. I'm not tripping. But that's the breakdown of the trade. I hope y'all follow me to get this education. But at the end of the day, I'm not really doing it for y'all. I'm doing it for myself, to hold myself accountable. And at the end of the day, when I'm not here, with the way everybody on their phones, at least my kids have something to watch so that they could get educated, because financial literacy is not taught where? In the school system. Alright, I'm out. Holla at y'all tomorrow.